Our nation's founding charter, the U.S. Constitution, was signed 232 years ago this week. So how well do Oklahomans know what's in it? We put our Jason Doyle to the test.
But how well do we know the Constitution? According to ConstitutionFacts.com, 92% of Americans do know there are 10 amendments within the Bill of Rights. But when asked what laws Congress can make, only 39% of Americans could answer the question correctly. So we decided to have a little fun. I'm an experienced political correspondent, while my photographer Rory Taylor is fresh out of college. So everything should be fresh, right?
Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the states. What is one of those powers?
Whoa, that one I don't know.
When was the Declaration of Independence adopted?
So yeah, we could brush up on our constitutional and government knowledge. In 2005, Congress provided a little push when it comes to learning about the Constitution.
We celebrate Constitution Day because we want to, but also because there's a federal law that says that any state institution of higher learning that receives federal money needs to dedicate one day or one function to the celebration of the American Constitution.
Constitution Day became a requirement for educational institutions that accept federal funds to teach or hold events that educate the public on the Constitution. Unfortunately, many people simply don't know a lot or remember things about the Constitution.
Kind of Tonight Show model over the years where you do the average Joe on the street. Can you name a right in the Constitution? People don't even get that right. Unfortunately, they often confuse, for example, the Declaration of Independence and its words with the words of the Constitution.
Wirt says there are several reasons why.
One is a decline in civic education, not only in K through 12, but also among universities and colleges in the country. That's why here at University of Oklahoma, we've dedicated time, money, and energy to the creation of things like this, the Institute for the American Constitutional Heritage.
Wirt says civics education should be a priority in school curricula.
We have to start as young as possible with civics education. And it's more than just trying to inculcate the three branches of government into future citizens. It should also include some kind of component about participating in that government as well.
Oklahoma City Public Schools turned to the federal government for help. The district has received a 3-year, $1 million grant to teach students how their government works.
Well, civics is just a piece of it. Really, it's to scale collaborative project-based learning, and we're doing that through our 7th grade, our 10th grade, and then 12th grade with Action Civics.
The grant has expanded the type of resources to help bolster social studies and civics.
Before, everything was kind of done in-house, and we've been able to partner with the K-20 Center down in Norman to build professional development, and then Generation Citizen has been with us on every PD we've had.
Kendra Whitman teaches civics and social studies at John Marshall High School.
I know when I was growing up, I didn't have that kind of experience. It was a classic, there's our 3 branches, you should go vote, this is how we vote for the president, and that was it.
She tries to give her students the tools to engage with their government.
Being able to focus on civics and bringing that back to the forefront of social studies education, I feel like I'm giving my kids tools to navigate the world when they leave high school. That's always the big challenge, is what are they going to take away and how are they going to continue to be lifelong learners?
Whitman tries to show that civics education helps kids beyond the classroom and that no issue is too big or too small when it comes to making civics practical for students.
It could be they want to put a stop sign where there isn't one, or they can try and tackle a hot topic like police brutality or child homelessness or sexual harassment in school. It's giving the kids power to, again, use their local governments and create local change from the ground up.
They even break out the old schoolhouse rock lesson on how a bill makes it through Congress.
Yes, I'm only a bill.
Oh, absolutely. Some of the kids think it's hokey. I almost feel it's almost a generational thing. Some of it's the first thing they've seen. Others, they just latch onto it.
Whitman has a piece of advice for our elected officials when it comes to kids learning about the Constitution and their government. Do not overlook these students because they'll likely become voters.
don't underestimate our kids. The tides of education are changing. Kids are becoming the forefront and the ambassadors of their learning. And to dismiss them is a mistake.
Jason Doyle, The Oklahoma News Report.